How's everybody doing today? 2013 Ford Focus, 2-liter, 5-speed. Working on it today. Let's get her done. I'm using this tool right here to diagnose it, okay? You can find that one on Amazon or wherever you want to buy it, okay? Okay, so to get access to your OBD2 right there, I'm going to take this little key right here, point it upward like the narrow part goes on the top. Push that in like so. Now I'm going to start the car just because I actually have, well, I don't have the wrong battery in it, but the other people that I bought this car off do. All right, turn the radio down. So now I've got the CarPal app. And what I'm going to do is if I go to the engine inspection like this, it'll take a second to establish the communication. And I'm just showing you guys this real quick here because the light's blue, as you see. My check engine light's on. And it just takes a second here. So once this loads, I'll show you. So there's a ton of glare. So I got the P0135. I've got that a couple times, and that's going to be for the heater. And you'll notice here I've got the P2237. That's a voltage. And then the last one I've got is the P0132, which is also circuit high voltage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I have to shut the car off, but I will clear these DTS. Right there it just says clear DTS. I'm going to clear these codes, and then I'm going to change the sensor. Reason I'm changing the sensor is, by all looks of this, the P0135, because it's a heater circuit, most likely that's shorted out, and that's why I'm getting a positive current control circuit, and then also the, again, P0135 and a 132 of the sensor high voltage, most likely because it's got a short in it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll clear these codes out, and then we'll move to the front of the car. Okay, so we're in the engine bay. I put the sensor there. I was actually checking to see if this car has a remote start, but that's going to be your NTK number right there. If you happen to live in Canada, want to shop a Canadian Tire or part source, that's the Canadian Tire product code right there, 123-1732. That's the QR code. But yeah, if you guys want to look up these numbers, that's the NTK sensor. The plug is right here. You've got a red, gray, yellow, and black wire. It is on a little keeper right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in on that real quick. So now we're on the back side of the engine. So right in here, I just took that one off there. To get this thing, the plug off, I don't know how well I can see this, or you guys are going to see this, but right there. So your plug is going to be right in here. It's all loose. You got this one here, and you got this loose plug right here that comes around off of this harness. You're just going to push this plug down right here, push that down, and there we go. Just like that, the O2 sensor is unplugged. That's out of the way. This is an O2 sensor socket. This is not mine. I actually borrowed this from a colleague and friend at work. Thank you, Jason. I do appreciate it. This thing will come in super handy. This way here, I don't have to worry about breaking the wires, even though, like I said, I'm pretty sure it is a bad heater core. Not a bad heater core, a bad heater on the sensor. All right, let's get to this. All right, so I got this on a little extension. She's kind of down there. You got to lean over. Now, this thing should not be in here very tight because as per the instructions, you put it in hand tight. Don't need that extension. You put it in hand tight and give it a 3/4 turn, I think, something like that, or half turn. I'll have to reread that, but you don't crazy torque these things down. So, can't really see it. Well, there she is. Oh yeah. That was easy, as the wire is now running around, so you guys can't see that, but it's wrapping itself around here. So I'll go ahead and get that off. Literally all I had to do there was break this free. And now, come on. Come on. Ow, shit. Got my gloves on, these things are hot, and that's probably why it's coming out so easy. Let's see if I can just get this socket on here. Give me something to grasp. There we go. Make sure a little bit easy. Not very many threads on this thing, so she should be coming up. There she is, right there. All right, there she is. She's out. So that was pretty straightforward and easy. Didn't take long at all. Basically, like I said, it's not in there tight, and there's only, where's my camera? It's not in there tight. There's only a couple of threads on this, and you are supposed to put some anti-seize on that. So the new one is in the box right here. No, you don't necessarily want an unboxing video, but that's the sensor. I will have to get a pair of scissors, a pair of knives. I'll get a knife and I'll cut this open real quick. Okay, so the plugs are the same, about the same length, but when you get down here, this must be an OE4, but see how the ends, the ends here are slightly different. This is typically the one that I see. This one here's just got it's a different design. I will go ahead and try this anyways. I will afterwards transfer over this little clip. Jesus, I'm so bad with the camera today. Like every other day. I will transfer this clip over once I actually get this thing installed. So again, once you guys get this thing installed, right here, now it's a pretty simple thing. So you put it in hand tight. So that right there says that. So if it's an M18 or M12 sensor, which I don't know which one mine is, to be honest with you, but basically finger tight and then 3/4 turn, and finger tight too. So there's a half turn and that's a 3/4 turn. So if you guys are doing this, so it doesn't go in super tight. You don't like crazy put them in. So I'll take this off here. There's supposed to be some anti-seize on that. I did just put a little bit on. I didn't go crazy with it. I'm just going to put this on here, even though I know that's pretty much a bad sensor. Get back in here. I cannot see the hole, but I nailed it first time. All right, getting her in. Of course, you have to spin the wire while you're spinning this, otherwise it kind of spins back. Come on. All right, so that's finger tight right there. I'm gonna get this cord up there. Finger tight there. So I'll put this here. Considering how loose that was, actually, I'll probably do just a half turn on it. So if I get this thing on here, about there, so that's a 1/4 turn. That's going to be about a half turn right there in total. Now I already did clear the check engine light, so I'll bring this plug up, pull this cord up here like that, flip that over so that little nibs on the top. It only goes in one way. Okay, so I almost missed that. There is a little green puffiness on these, so I've got some contact cleaner and air. I will go ahead and clean that out and put a little dielectric grease in there as well. I almost forgot to check the wiring on that. Did you guys see how much? I don't know if you guys could see that or not. Let me zoom in on that here real quick. Give me a second. Stabilize the camera so you can still see it. But yeah, so like right there, she's got some green puffiness on her. So I'll go ahead and put some contact cleaner on that. I'll show you guys here when I'm done that. Yeah, so I was just checking this right here too, and I don't know, hopefully you guys can see that. Can you get some light on that? The corrosion was on these pins, so there was a little bit of corrosion on here that would definitely cause an issue. So I did clean up those sensors there, the plug. I actually had some throttle cleaner, a little bit of that left. And I did get my wire brush out there to get those contacts clean, and doubt you guys are gonna be able to see it now because I zoomed out, but that looks brand new, nice and clean, so that's perfect. All right, so right now, now I feel comfortable getting this back over here, getting that wrapped around there. Flat side, curved side, right there like that. All right, plug that in and pull it apart. Good, that's good. Now I gotta get this little, I'll get that little guy off right there. Like that. I'll transfer that over. And I've already cleared the codes. And there you go. New sensor in on that little wire right there, all the way over to this plug. And that plug's right there. So that's done there. So I should have no issue with that. Like I said, I've already cleared the codes. Car should run a little bit better. I might notice a little bit better fuel mileage too. I've got this car maybe now for 70 kilometers or something like that. There's some other things I've got to do to it. And more of you astute people might notice that this battery doesn't fit. She wiggles in there. Somebody just put the wrong battery in. So eventually I'm definitely gonna have to put the right battery in. That's probably why when I have this thing in auxiliary mode, when I was like hooking up my phone as an example, it actually shut the car off before I was even done hooking the phone up through Bluetooth. That's how, that it needs a bigger battery for a reason. Always get the correct battery for your car, I'll say that. Otherwise, this car is pretty much good. I do have to get the brake serviced on it and get that, but that's the end of this video today. Just changing the O2 sensor on her. So if that works, it is a different style, but I have any issues. If you guys find this video helpful, please let me know. Please subscribe. This is my new ride. The Interceptor is gone. So again, this is a 2013 Ford Focus. This is the titanium with the performance, or not performance, handling package on it. So it's got the 18s on it with the 2-liter, like 5-speed. All right, thanks a lot for watching. As always, please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. See you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.